Hello everyone, you're welcome once more to NEPH. I'm your tutor, Mr. Opportunity. If you're new to the channel, you're highly and highly welcome. Do well to subscribe to the channel and share the link of the channel to some students out there. Alright, so let's get right into today's question. It's on quadratic because the question says we solve for x. Okay, now we can simply rearrange or rewrite this such that I can say this is 3x divided by 1. So this means still 3x plus we have 2 divided by x is equals to, we can also write this as minus 7 divided by 1. So what will be our first? Now we have three denominators, 1x and 1. So I want to find the LCM of 1x and 1. Okay, and the LCM of this is 2 what? X. Okay, now when you have 1, 1 and any other alphabet number, if you multiply all these, you are still going to get x, which is the LCM. So what we are going to do, we are going to multiply each of these. Okay, we're going to multiply through by what? X. Okay, so let's multiply through by x. So it means, okay, I'm going to multiply this. So x is going to multiply. We have 3x over 1 plus x is going to multiply. We have 2 over what? X. And we have x is going to multiply. We have minus 7 over 1. Right? So x times this is going to give us x times 3x is 3x squared. Divided by 1 is to 3x squared. Now this will cancel out this. Is 1 once we are left with 1 times 2, so we have plus 2, which is equals x times minus 7 over 1 in bracket is to minus 7x. Now with that we have this, what do? We want to solve such that we make our right hand side equal to what? 0. Now we can simply do that by what? Adding what? Plus 7x to both sides. So what it means is I want to add plus 7x here, so I have 3x squared plus 7x. Okay, so we have plus 2, which is equals to what? Minus 7x, what? Plus 7x. Okay, so if you can observe, I've been able to add plus 7x to both sides. Okay, now the idea is minus 7x plus 7x is going to make the right hand side equals to 0. So here we have 3x squared plus 7x plus 2. So this now gives us what? A quadratic equation. So we can now solve the quadratic equation using any of the quadratic, the methods of solving the quadratic equation. But in this case, I think let's try factorization method. Now for factorization method, you want to get your A, your B, and your C. So our A is what? 3, B is 7. So A is what? 3, B is 7, and our C is what? 2. The next thing is you want to get your product of A multiplied by C. So our A is what? 3 times what? 2. So 3 times 2, and that will give us what? 6. Now, once you've gotten your A times C, okay, which is 6, you can now find, the two factors such that their sum will give us plus 7 and their product is going to give us what? 6 and not 2. Okay, so the idea is two factors that their sum is going to give you plus 7 and their product is going to give you 6 and not 2 in this case. Alright, so what are those factors of 6? Now for 6, for the factors of 6, we can have 1 and 6, we can have 2 and 3. Okay, so I can see that the sum of 2 and 3 gives me 5 and not what, 7. But the sum of 1 and 6 can give us what, 7. So the best factors to use in this case is 1 and what, 6. So let's use 1 and 6 to replace 7x. So I'm going to write this as 3x squared. Okay, so plus, now 1x I can write as simply x plus, so now use 6 what, x, okay, plus 2 is equals to what, 0. Now what this simply means is what? Now I can see that our plus what? 7x also means all this, okay? Plus x plus 6x also means 7x. So we are in order. So now the next thing we want to factor out this part and this part. Now for this part, what is common is x. So I'm going to divide this by x, and I'm also going to divide x by x. Now plus, what about this part, what is common? I can see that between the numbers 2 is common, so I'm going to divide 6x by the 2, and I'm also going to divide plus 2 by the 2, all that is equal to what? 0. Okay, so now we can now cancel out, okay? Let's cancel out to see what that is going to give us. So I have x out here, so we have the x. Now open the bracket, this will cancel one of these, so we are left with what? 3x, okay, plus, now this will cancel, this is 1, 1, so this is 1, so we have plus 2. We are going to open our bracket, this will cancel out, this is 3, so we have 3 multiply x, which is 3x, plus 2 will cancel out with 1, 1, which is what, 1, and all this is equal to what, 0. Okay, now with this, we can now see that we have, the brackets common. So whenever you get to this stage in, solving quadratic, you can pick one of these brackets like this, okay? Then you open a bracket, then whatever is outside, you want to put it here. So x is out here, you always start here, then plus what? 2 is equals to what? 0. Now at this point, we are going to apply our quadratic condition. If we have a, this is a times b, so a dot b means a times b is equals to 0. It means either a should be equal to 0 or b should be equal to 0. Okay, so we are going to apply this condition. So if this is a multiply b equals 0, it means a, which is 3x plus 1 is equals to 0, or our b, x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now from this, we can now solve for the values of x. First of all, I have 3x. Since I have plus 1 here, I want to subtract 1 from both sides. So I have, okay, plus 1 minus 1 and 0 minus 1. Since I have plus 2 here, I want to subtract 2 from what, both sides. Okay, so let's see what that will further give us. So we have, okay, plus 1 minus 1 is 0. So we have simply 3x, okay, plus 0, which is equals to 0 minus 1 is 2 minus 1. Or we have our x plus 2 minus 2 is 0, so x plus 0 is equals 0 minus 2 is minus 2. So 3x plus 0 is 3x, which is equals to minus 1. Or x plus 0 is 2x, which is equals to what, minus 2. Now we have that x is minus 2. For this part, we are going to divide both sides by what, 3. Okay, this will cancel out this, and we have our values of x in this problem as x is equals to what, minus 1/3, or our x is equals to what, minus what, 2. So either this or this gives us the answer to this problem. You can also do well to substitute, the values of x as -2 here to see if you get -7 and -1/3 here to see if you get -7. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, do well to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to see you guys in my next one. Bye.